Welcome again. So in previous tutorial we have seen how to add date picker in this start and in date fields, and in this tutorial we will see how to grab this start date and end date from controller. So let's start. So I'm going to open my controller. So the controller is in my src folder, and there is a folder called controller, and there is a file called tags controller, and in this tags controller there is a method called index. This index method output we are seeing in here. So I'm just at first going to grab this start date and end date in here. That means query string that I'm going to grab it in here. So first I'm taking a variable called start date equal this request and query. So if you want to accept the query string in here, you have to use the query method. That means this request query, and here I am going to take my start date query string. And then for the end date, the same procedure. You have to just change the variable name end date, and the same in here, the query string name is end date. The second thing that we have to do, we have to add the condition for our query. So to add the condition in paginate, because here we are using the pagination and the paginate here. So add this condition in paginate, we have to write like this, like that, this paginate and equal paginate equal array, and in this array I'm just giving the conditions. So I'm just writing conditions, and conditions equal, and going to array again, and in here I'm just going to add the field name, that where I wanted to apply these conditions, which field. So there is a field name created field in my database table, and this is the date time field. I just compare my query with only the date. That means here is also date and time both, but I will compare my query only for date field. So here we have to use the date function, and here I'm added in this date function I'm going to give the parameter my field name. So my field name is tag.created, and then I'm just giving a space, and then my created date will be greater or equal my start date, okay, and my end date will be less than or equal my end date. So this created date greater or equal, and then I'm going to use my start date in here, then adding a comma, and in below I'm just copy this line and just paste it in here, and just change this greater or equal to less to equal, and change the start date to end date in here. So now after save everything, if you just reload our page and just add start date and add our end date and just hit on search, we'll see the report according to our start and end date. So we are seeing two report here, two data for this range for 1 to 21. So if you just give a 2015 to 21 18, (2015) 1 to 18, then you will see lots of data like that. So there is almost 23 data, and here using 20, and rest of this in next pagination. So we already done, but here is one problem. If I just send my without any query string, we are not seeing anything in here. We will not seeing anything here, because our if you see in debug in SQL log, we will see it has been generate a query where it's need a start date and end date in here, and this null, so we are not seeing any data for this query. So what can we do in here? I'm just going to take a condition variable for this problems. To solve this problem, I'm just going to take a conditions. Okay, conditions equal, then I'm going to take a empty array in here, and then again I'm just writing conditions and then array equal, and just copy this array, just cut it and paste it in here, and after semicolon, after finished, I'm just giving this variable here to here. So still it will not work because I have to add a condition in here. So if we will get start date and if we get start date and end date, then this condition will be applied. So I'm just adding it in a second bracket or curly braces. Okay, so after save everything, so I'm just taking this empty array in here and just add these conditions, conditions in this empty array. So if this start date, if there has start date and end date, then this condition will be applied, otherwise it will be go empty array. So if we just hit in here, now we will see the output as all data. So we are seeing all data in here, 24 records. But if we just search according to our date, that means start date and end date, we will see only the data between this date. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I've just added all source code under this video, so if you face any problems, you can see the source and also can contact with me. And please subscribe me if you think this tutorial has helped you. So thanks for watching. Welcome for the next tutorial.